In this video, I'm gonna share exactly how I stay in shape, stay strong, and relatively lean all throughout the year, even while working 50+ hour weeks as a first responder and a firefighter EMT. If you have a schedule similar to myself, where your schedule changes week after week, or maybe you work overnight, or you're working 50+ hour weeks, and you wanna get in shape, but your schedule dictates how often you hit the gym. If that sounds like you, in this video, I'm gonna share 4 strategies that help me because trust me, I've been there. And if you ask me, the third strategy is often the easiest to do, but often overlooked. But the fourth strategy, that's the one that really got the ball rolling for me. So if you have a challenging schedule, maybe you're a busy dad or a husband, and you wanna get in shape in 2026, without further ado, let's get into it. The first strategy that helped me was I made work for me. What do I mean by that? Well, no matter if you're working 8 hours, 12 hours, or 24-hour shifts like most firemen do, or maybe you're a construction worker, oftentimes we're not working the entire shift. We're not working 8 hours entirely. We're not doing all our work, or our work doesn't take 12 hours or 24 hours. So no matter what field of work you're in, I know I'm a fireman, we always found downtime. So in that downtime, I just made sure that I moved. I just increased my steps. And my main goal was to hit 7,000 steps. Now we often hear 10,000 steps, but as long as I hit 7,000, I was good. I would do more, but that was just my main goal. And for 30 minutes a day. Now, roughly in 30 minutes a day, I would burn about 200 or a little over 200 calories simply just by moving more. Now, 200 calories times 4, that's 800 calories. Now you extrapolate that over a course of a month. I burned a pound of fat just by simply making work for me, just by moving more. So if you have a challenging schedule, again, look at your work. I can assure you that you're not working from the time you clock in, from the time you clock out. Maybe you have some downtime and you use your downtime just to catch up on social media. If you're a sedentary person, maybe you take Zoom meetings all the time. See if you can invest into a walking pad, a walking treadmill that goes under your desk. Just by simply increasing your steps like I did, again, it's effortless and you're burning fat, all while not even trying to. So make work for you. See if you can identify the downtimes that you have during your shifts. And if you can identify it, instead of just scrolling or just sitting there, see if you can get up and walk around. And once you stress that over time, I'm telling you, those calories are going to add up and the fat is going to slowly fall off. All right, the second strategy that worked for me was I made sure that I worked out. Now, you may hear working out like, okay, I know I'm supposed to work out. But if you're a shift worker, if you're a night worker or you're a construction worker and you try to work out after work, you already know that you're tired, like you're bummed. You don't even have the energy to work out. So what really changed the game for me was making sure that I work out before my shift. So I wouldn't leave it to chance or based on how I feel. Because that's why so many people start and then they stop. They go based on how they feel. At the beginning of the year, they're motivated. So they hit the gym because they feel good. If you just implement this one strategy, go based on not how you feel, but based on what you're supposed to do. So if I have 3 days off during that week, let's say I pull 4 12s, I'm gonna work out my 3 off days and my first working 12 back before I go to work. That way, it's no guesswork. I know I'm working out a bare minimum 4 times a week, and I'm not waiting till I get off of work to see, how do I feel? Should I go to the gym or should I just go based on how I feel? No, work out on your off days, but the key is if you're a night worker, a shift worker, work out before your shift. All right, this third strategy that really helped me, again, it's the easiest, but I think it's often overlooked. When I felt hungry, oftentimes I would just reach for some potato chips or I reach for M&Ms. If you know, I love peanut M&Ms and the peanut butter ones. But my body would say that I'm hungry, but really I was dehydrated. I wasn't drinking enough fluid. So I would receive hunger signals in my stomach, but it was disguised as being hungry, but I was really dehydrated. So one hack that I learned, anytime that I felt hungry, instead of reaching for the bowl of M&Ms, a big handful, I would just drink a glass of water. Drink a glass of water, and I would sit for 5 minutes. And then I would say, am I still hungry? Do I still have that desire to snack? Guess what? Once I drank the water, really, after a while, I really wasn't hungry. I was just thirsty. So if you can increase your water intake, try that next time. When you feel hungry and you normally reach for a bag of chips, just drink a glass of water and just sit there for a while. See if you're still hungry. And if you are, drink another glass of water, because the more water that you have, the more hydrated you are. But the key takeaway is oftentimes when we feel the hunger pains, we're really not hungry. We have enough body fat on our body to fuel the energy that we need. It's just that our body don't like to use that body fat to give us that energy. So make sure that you're drinking water. I drink a bare minimum of a gallon a day. So make sure you're getting enough water intake. The fourth strategy that really got the ball moving for me, and I live by it, was by skipping breakfast. If you can delay breakfast, a lot of people call this intermittent fasting or time restricted eating. If you just simply do a Google search and see what are the benefits of intermittent fasting or delaying your breakfast, eating within an 8-hour window, your mind will be blown. That's what really got the ball moving for me. So for example, if I wake up on a normal work day, instead of me just eating food, I will wait till 12 noon to eat my first meal. And then I will have my last meal at 8 p.m. So from 8 p.m. all the way to 12 noon the next day, I'm in a fasted state and I'm encouraging my body to use its stored body fat. This got the ball rolling for me. But what most guys do when they wake up, they have a real sugary coffee. Coffee's probably easily about 200 to 400 calories. Don't get a Frappuccino because that's about 600 to 800 calories. Then they're getting a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel. That's about 600 calories. So you're already about 800 to 1,000 calories deep before 10 a.m. Like, why? You don't even need that much fuel and you're not burning it. And because you're not burning it and you do that over time, now you're in this position where you gain excess body fat. So if you can find an 8-hour window, see if fasting is right for you first and foremost. For most people, it's good for small populations, it isn't the best. It isn't the best for. So make sure that you research it. But make sure that if you can fast for 14 to 16 hours as a start, and you're only eating food within a small window, and you fast for the remainder. So for most people, that really works is from 12 to 8, they only eat within that window and they fast the rest. For others, it's 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. when they have their last meal. You have to see what works with your schedule. Again, if you work an 8-hour day, it's probably easier to do. But once you start getting into the 12-hour shifts, the 16-hour shifts, the 24-hour shifts, then you really have to be strategic with your fasting window. But once I did this for 30 days, by skipping breakfast, prolonging breakfast to noon, essentially you're cutting a meal. It puts you in a calorie deficit. I started burning fat. My face started getting slimmer. I started seeing new lines and definition. Again, this is the hack you have to do. So if you think about it, strategy number 4, it puts you in a caloric deficit. And then the other strategy, by making work for you, strategy number 1, it also puts you in a caloric deficit. The goal is to compound positive habits over time. Once you compound those positive habits over time, like a retirement account, the goal is, the expectation is to have a large bank investment. It's the same with your body. So these are the 4 strategies that really helped me even while I was busy. You gotta make work for you. Look for small windows in your work day, your work night, where you have that downtime, and get to moving. Just move more. That increases your total daily energy expenditure. You also have to work out. Again, we know we have to work out, but if you ask me, strength training, because once you have more muscle on your frame, that promotes more body fat burning. Muscle is important, especially as men, as we age, we lose a small percentage of muscle every single year. And muscle has been linked to longevity. So make sure you're strength training 4 times a week, but work out before your shift. And 2, that's a huge mindset boost. You literally set the day or set the tone for the day. You start the day off winning. So make sure you do that. And stay hydrated, drink water, because water is going to keep you full. And also, you're thinking you're hungry, but really, you're just dehydrated. And of course, look into intermittent fasting, time restricted eating. See if it's right for you. And if it is, what window can you eat in to really put yourself in a fat burning state? It's a game changer. So no matter if you're busy, no matter if you have kids, family, these are things that you can do. You probably do have a busy schedule. What you can control is the amount of food you put in your mouth. And for that, you don't need a gym. You can get in shape. So trust me, I've been there. I have a busy schedule and I'm making it work for me. So if you really want to get in shape in 2026, if you found value in this video, if any of these strategies you think is going to help you, hit the thumbs up button. And you really want to go to the next level, I'm going to be dropping educational content on what helped me. Please feel free to subscribe, and I see you guys in the next one. Peace.